Hey, good morning. It is the 15th of November, Friday morning. I'm Jacob Van Payne. You're watching me either live or on a replay on the This is a Conversation channels, either on Facebook or on YouTube. Thank you so much for being a part of the conversation all week long from Friday to Friday. And today it's a culmination of all that hard work that you put in and make me do a little work as well. We're going to have for you coming up in sometime in the day the podcast, the weekly wrap-up podcast from This Is Conversation. Now, just a bit of clarification for this video. Number one, we're trying to do daily check-ins with conversational stuff for the video, just to be more conversational, more engaging. Number two, this week we are doing I'll say mid to major revamping of how we're going to present the podcast this week. And you will either love it or you'll probably just ignore it. It's just to be honest with you. It's going to be a definite change. It's not going to take much getting used to. People who are into the conversation will hopefully like the way things will flow and it'll be faster. People who don't care or just kind of listen to the big parts will take it as it is. We're still working. It's nearly impossible to figure out a way with my schedule and getting things edited and getting stuff down in a quick how to schedule and get people in for the brackets game, which is having actual people from around the world, different various types of people, all of say shapes and sizes, all different backgrounds, talking about the news stories of the week. That's not working out schedule wise, which I thought was the jewel of this podcast. Till I can get that back in there, we will tweak it till we have something that's sort of steady as we're to make this more broadcast capable for people who understand what that's going with. So what's going to happen this week, we're going to open up with the normal top 10, counting down Casey Kasem style. I know there's an actual word for that, but other than Casey Kasem style. And anybody under 25 has no idea who Casey Kasem is. But for people who do, basically counting down from 10 to 1, going in the countdown style, just like a rocket ship, going from the top to the bottom or bottom to the top. We're going to move our second segment into just being no longer just being the almost relevant story of the week. We're going to go ahead and go through stories from the bottom 5. There's not no real easy way to say that. Their stories this week, there are 215 distinct different postings. So this week, their stories 211 to 215. Just sort of coincidentally, but so we're gonna go through the bottom 5 stories and give a little love on those and just wrap up those in those lines. And then in segment 3, we will do the shout outs and we will do what we can do to wrap the show up. Basically the killing time thing. This will hopefully find a way to balance the time out so I can make things work out a little better, so I can do the broadcast quality stuff. Maybe make this thing fit into a format where I can put it back onto a real terrestrial radio format, something I'm working on. I think this may work out. It won't be the most elegant way, if you will, but it will be something that actually does work, something that time-wise does make it work out for better or worse. We'll see if I can keep the time going and how long it takes to do stuff. It should also quicken the pace, although we're still going to essentially go through 16 different stories. We'll open up with the story that's now number 11, or we're calling it the blank, the story right outside the range. We'll go through the top 10 stories, take a break, we'll go through stories 11 through 15, take a break, we'll do shout outs and close things up. We will see how that works out for you guys as well. So be prepared to send me some feedback, either through the normal channels on social media, th_conversation for Twitter, This is a Conversation for Facebook or Instagram. Email us at theconversationinbox@gmail.com, or just reach out to us via the website at thisisaconversation.com. Got a lot of things going on family-wise and real world-wise. So it's going to be a while before I get to working on the podcast. Normally, I take the kid to school, and then I come back and go get working on it, or after getting up early and working on the stats and all the information. That's all done. Today, we got some extra things that must be done today, so I'm not getting back here quite as early as it's going to go. So we're going to see what happens, do our best to get things done, and get it released, hopefully by this afternoon. Of course, if not, we will get up early and make sure it's done for your Saturday release, since it is dated for the 16th, but we like to get it out a little early as well. Thank you so much for these things. I know this has been an experiment in sometimes futility. We'll see how well these things work out. Thank you for the comments I've gotten for these things so far. Some good, some not so good. We're working on it. We're improving it. And the big thing is, I don't think I'm going away. We're just going to keep this thing going very much. So as I always have trouble with closing these things, I'm just going to say thank you and get out. So thank you. And now get out.